Controversy over the Niagara Falls Goodyear plant continues tonight as the DEC has fined the plant $15,000 because it continues spewing toxins into the air. The fines are over 2 different violations pertaining to emissions of those harmful chemicals from the plants.
The DEC held a listening session today for the public. Our Trina Catterson shares their concerns. Trina.
Dave and Kelsey, residents and local advocacy groups have started sounding the alarm on the Niagara Falls plant in recent weeks. It has come to light the plant has been sending a pollutant that can cause bladder cancer into the air at enormous levels.
The community has a right to know and a right to act, a right to be protected, and that's not being followed by our state agencies.
Niagara Falls residents and Western New York advocacy groups are growing frustrated, saying they have more questions than answers surrounding the Goodyear plant and what it's emitting into the air.
We recently discovered in the last 2 months that the community living adjacent to the Goodyear plant on 56th Street in Niagara Falls is breathing in unacceptable levels of a cancer-causing chemical.
Orthotoluidine, also known as OT, is an organic chemical that has been used by the Goodyear plant for at least 15 years. According to the National Institutes of Health, OT can cause bladder cancer, anemia, and other health issues. But the Department of Health says it did its own studies and determined no one is in immediate danger.
We conducted our evaluation and came to the conclusion that although there was the modeling showed that there could be the potential for emissions above the air guidelines, that the overall risk to the community is still quite low.
That doesn't mean the plant is out of the woods yet. As of last week, the DEC entered into an order of consent with Goodyear. This includes a civil penalty of $15,000 and requires Goodyear to implement operational changes aimed at reducing emissions of OT.
The order also will require a stack test to be performed after the pollution controls are installed, so we have a better handle on the efficiency and the effectiveness of what those controls are.
But now Goodyear is saying the updated pollution controls may not be installed until late in 2026. This means the DEC and residents would have to wait close to 24 months before finding out what those stack tests show. And Goodyear is still able to operate despite this violation.
All we're asking them to do is immediately install the equipment that will reduce that cancer-causing chemical by 90%.
Advocacy groups are not happy with what the DEC has provided as a temporary solution. Now they are calling on Governor Kathy Hochul to step in to require Goodyear to do the stack testing by February 15th of this year. A spokesperson responding in part, the governor will continue to monitor the situation to ensure the health and well-being of every New Yorker. Don't Waste New York, alongside several other advocacy groups, are holding a community meeting to hear residents' concerns and determine what the next steps should be. It'll be held a week from today at the New Hope Baptist Church in Niagara Falls. Reporting in the studio, Trina Catterson, News 4.